Hi, Steel Valley Piper here, posting a video reply to Newton Piper's request related to his giveaway. And again, want to begin by congratulating you on your subscriber growth, and also thank you for your generosity in this giveaway. Also, I appreciate our interactions. I'm relatively recent to the video casting element of YTPC, but you've always been very collegial and interactive with me, and I appreciate that. Also, I've enjoyed seeing the development of your studio and your thoughts and input on pipes and tobacco as well. Your question was what you asked us to respond. What is our favorite pipe and why? One of the things about this is relatively. I lurked for off and on for a year or so before I began doing videos under this handle, and it was it was as I got more into it, it became a battle between tobacco acquisition disorder and pipe acquisition disorder. And early on, I probably put a little more money into pipes than I did tobacco. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know. Now I'm sure it's much more the other way, under the premise that I can smoke. Ultimately, I could smoke any volume of tobacco out of most pipes, but you got to have the tobacco to really enjoy the hobby. So, given a budget, I focused on tobacco lately. Early on, through mostly through online estate sales, where I would buy a lot of a given lot of pipes for. It got me a little more bang for the buck, and I also enjoyed refurbishing the pipes, which I didn't know much about. So that was, I would look at a lot of YouTube videos on doing that, how to do that in the proper way, and so forth. And I like sort of working with them and cleaning them up to standards, from soaking the stems and cleaning them all and ozoning the pipes, the bowls and stummels, and I've enjoyed doing that, but through that I've been able to, because I focus more on volume than on buying new pipes, more on volume than on maybe the most expensive or quality. I got a decent number of, I think, decent pipes for my purposes for not a ton of money. You asked for the favorite pipes. I'll get to the actual question. I'd say that there are 4 that are in the running, and maybe people like to look at pipes, so I'll run them past you. 3 of the 4 of these were part of online estate sales. And not expensive. Like I say, they were maybe one of them was on, 1 or 2 of them were specific sales where you eBay or whatever. One of them I think was in a group of 11 pipes that I got. But these are 4 that are in the running, and then I'll tell you. First, let's start with the newest one, which is the only actual new one I have, which is my Salmon Alley 320 that I requested and got for Christmas last year. And obviously it's a favorite shape of a lot of people, and I like it. It smokes very well, and I enjoy it. I try to break it in little by little, but I do enjoy it. I tend to smoke Virginias out of it, maybe Burleys too. I'm not real careful about what I usually segregate my pipes in 3 categories. 1 for aromatics, 1 for English, and then 1 for everything else, which is mostly Virginia, but Burleys too, or any mixture of those that don't include Latakia. Anyway, so that's one that's in the running. Two is an unusual pipe that it doesn't really tell me what it is. Other it says made in England on the bottom, and I'd be interested if anybody. It's hard to see, I guess, but it does have the white dot on it. I showed it to the folks up at Boswell's on a trip through Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, about a year ago, and one of the guys speculated it might be a Dunhill second. I don't know if that's true. There's no way to tell. The typing, the imprint is so light, it's hard to make out, but it does smoke very well. And again, it had been used and pre-smoked, and I cleaned it up real well, and probably could use some more. But anyway, that's it smokes well, and I like it as a nice deep bowl. And that's number two. Number three is a Canadian Savinelli that I got that I bought again secondhand, used offline or online, and it is a what is it? Let me see if I can read it here. It's a Savinelli Roma. Looks like a oh gee whiz, I can't make it out. Something king size. 804, I think it is. Anyway, I like this one a lot. I do like the Canadian style. When I get a little flusher with funds, I may look to buy another one of these or so. But it's a really nice smoker, and I like the looks. You can tell most of mine or a lot of them are rusticated. I like the rusticated look, and that's the second one. But here's my favorite, and I was just using it to smoke some bijou. And this again was an online one. It's a Peterson, and these are all standard, fishtail bits. But this one is a P-lip, and sometimes early on I'd struggled with P-lips a little bit because I felt like maybe I puffed too hard and burned the roof of my mouth a little bit. But I've gotten a little bit better at cadence and temperature and so forth. This is a Kinsale X14. And I like it a lot. It seems like it has a conical bowl, but it smokes great. It smokes cool, and this would be my favorite one. And why it's my favorite one? I because I don't have a history of this, a family history or otherwise. I don't have any sentimental stories or family stories related to it. It's just that I like the looks of it. I like the way it feels in my hand, and I like the way it smokes. And it didn't cost that much either. I can't remember exactly what it was. I don't think any of these were over 100. This Misfit, whatever it is, was part of a set that I got, maybe 9 or 10 that I got for maybe $112 or something like that in an auction. The rest of the other two were well, this was new, but this one was probably around 40 or 50 bucks. I got it for, I think. And likewise, this one was probably a little more, maybe 50 or 60, but I love it, and it's my favorite, and I have very utilitarian reasons for liking it and picking it as my favorite. They're all very close, and I could list another, any number of other pipes that I have that I use a lot, smaller bowls, whatever. But if I don't like a pipe, I just don't use it at all. And so I like them all enough to use them. But anyway, that's the answer. So again, to Newton Piper, thank you for your generosity on this. Best wishes, best of luck, and I'm sure we'll see your continued growth. So thanks a lot, and signing off. Take care.